Yeah, hello, and welcome to Pieces Pat Paints. I'm Pat. I paint pieces. I paint mostly miniature stuff. Sometimes I do other things, though. Ooh, I'm laggy. My machine is angry. Chill out. Chill out, Mr. Computer. Come on, Steve. Come on, Steve. There we go. Maybe not. That may be my internet. We're going to chill out for just a second and see if it all kind of balances itself out. Because you know how that kind of goes. Sometimes it just kind of all balances it out and everything's okay. Just kind of have to be a little bit patient. Anyway, I'm back. I had a little bit of back pain, and you know, it was not fun. I'm feeling a little bit better. Not feeling the best, but I'm feeling well enough we're gonna hang out because I like doing it. I like painting. I like being on the show. I like all that sort of stuff. It makes me happy. Anyway, so let's shrink ourselves down and get on with the program. We get some music started. Golly. I try not to take up too much people's time with all of my running my mouth and stuff like that in the beginning. Try to get into the painting part of it. We are getting closer. We picked up one more subscriber while I was down, which was wild. That's so crazy to get a subscriber when I didn't even put any videos out that day. That's pretty wild. So, but we're getting closer to this guy. Super excited about him. He's got a lot of fun little details. And it's a very old school model. So it's gonna be fun to paint him. Anyway, so if we get a 250, we're gonna paint that guy. But right now we're working on this absolutely amazing piece. There's her hat. There's her hair. That over here. Cloak and head. Well, hello, Georgianne. How are you? We're working on this. Oh gosh, to get it all the way up, we gotta go all the way up to see all. So we've got the base of this thing done. And it's pretty fabulous. I can't hold it all together because she's in a lot of pieces, but I have like a witch. She's like a doll and a witch at the same time. It's pretty crazy. We even did the blue light on this side too. You can see it. It's kind of fun. So anyway, we're gonna start working. No, excuse me there. We're gonna start working on her legs and such. She's really neat piece. So it's exciting. This is her dress, but she does have an inner slip, which I primed this, and I primed her legs, and I primed one side of that dress. So we're gonna get into her legs and stuff today. That'll be exciting. Now she's, from what the source material looks like, she looks pretty blue. Where is she at? So she's fairly blue in color. Yeah, thank you so much. I love the color too. She looks great. So I really enjoy this. So you can see her flesh is blue as well, and looks like the hair underneath her is blue. And all the pieces you see, she's this bluish grays, blues. So that's going to be interesting. But when you look at her legs, so here's what's crazy. So part of, let me come back down. So part of her leg is like a leg, but part of her is made out of well, rope. She's kind of like part doll. So I'm gonna try to treat like this part is basque or porcelain or whatever. And I'm thinking of a couple different ways. then we might be able to achieve some of this. It's going to be interesting, that is for sure. Good morning, Mr. Beardsley. We're working on her legs today, which are pretty crazy. Her feet are ropes. It's so cool. Like even her sandals are like made out of rope. It's crazy. So we need like a rope color. That's pretty easy for us. We're gonna go with the Naples Yellow, which I think we already have some out. Great. Let's see if that's still wet enough to use. Now, that's one of the things that you definitely have to check. Yeah, oh yeah, that's gonna be fine. Might need a little extra water added to it, but it should be just fine. And that's one of the advantages to using a wet palette. Had this been a dry palette, there's no way this is gonna live. It's just gonna dry out. And dry out to the point where no amount of water will save it. You're just gonna have to peel it off your palette, which is the way I used to go. It looks like there's a peg in there, but it's also rope. Okay. Cool. I haven't seen any stills from the game where you actually see her feet. So this may be something that the designers made, or there may be a thing I just haven't seen since I don't actually play this game. I really enjoy the sculpts though, and I like the lore. It's fascinating. The more I learn about it from our friends that are here that play it and tell me about it, the more entertaining it becomes. Oh my goodness. Beardsley says his day started out fun, but then I came out and saw that I had completely flat tire. Whoa. Yeah, I understand that. I had to replace the serpentine belt on the van, which is why my back is jacked up. That and I'm old and out of shape. I'm gonna try to get back in shape though. Anyway, but yeah, we had to do that, and then I had to have the alignment and brakes done, and it was like $700. I was like, oh my god. It's crazy when you know brake pads and rotors are only like $50-$60. Although most of the cost of those repairs was in the alignment. Those things aren't cheap. Getting your alignment done is not cheap. Ads. They found a way to put ads in everything. I can't wait till people are complaining about ads on my stuff. That means the art supplies are getting paid. I think they don't just touch me. Yeah, definitely. Beardsley's got the same problem. Brakes and rotors. Yeah, it's crazy. I think, because like neither Kristen or I can figure out where the alignment got jacked, because the alignment was fine on the way down to Texas this summer. Like, it was fine, and then oh, I don't know, over the last month or so, we started noticing, or I guess 2 months ago, we started noticing the alignment was kind of weird. And then Kristen had, well, this crazy chick at her work slashed her tires. Not a girl she works with, just like some random indigent walking down the street. She just like, I don't know if it was drugs or she just crazy, but you know, mental illness was real, y'all. And yeah, that anyway, it was like, yeah, your alignment's out, and we're like, man, it felt like it was out, and then the brakes started going bad, and it was like, man. And it was brakes on one side, where it was like, okay, one side is going really bad, and it went, and so it was like, man, this is the alignment. So I think somebody like nudged us or something, you know, in a parking lot. I've seen it happen a couple times, where people nudge cars. I've had friends of mine had their cars nudged, and that stuff will mess up your alignment, man. Get some poor old lady who can't really see hardly anymore, and maybe is riding one of those cars that doesn't beep at you, or she can't hear it, or he can't hear it. Sometimes it's an old dude, sometimes it's a young person not paying any attention on their phone. Sometimes it's a middle-aged person too busy talking to their kids, not paying attention. You never know. You just never know what's going to happen in a parking lot. Still driving their 2000s Buick LeSabre. That's terrible. We shouldn't say it. It's probably true, though. I mean, honestly, though, man, once I get to a certain age, brother, I ain't gonna buy another car. Well, this is like, man, I'm done buying cars. I'm just gonna ride this one out till it's done. I get it, man. And like I said, it's you never know who might hit you, especially in mid-dub, dude. You park your car in Midwest City, you're taking a gamble. We might have gotten hit by a tweaker. We don't know. You don't even know. Mid-dub get crazy, man. And Buicks, old people cars, they do last. Yeah, Buicks are built to last. Buicks and Cadillacs and stuff like that, they're built to be serviceable, and the insides are very durable, and it really is one of those where they can advertise the last car you'll ever need to buy. Make sure your paint isn't pooling here. We really want to make sure we leave a lot of these details, but we do want to get a full coat of paint on this. Before we drop a wash. And these are definitely, it's going to be way easier to drop a wash on this than it would be to paint individual ropes. You'd be sitting there painting forever for something that's under her dress. Damn, we just had a commercial. There was my beat the Dickens out of it, guys. That's about all I get is that one. I don't go much further than that. You can't get the same kind of thwack from these guys as you could from the bigger brushes Bob Ross uses. He likes to, whenever he has his big brush out, he likes to smack the crap out of it. But I still like the idea of really cleaning off your brush. Super important. Second verse, same as the first. Well, we've successfully got all the kids off to school. That's good. They definitely need to be in school. That structure really helps them. Also got all the extracurricular activities finally started. My, well, not yet. My oldest son's robotics team will start sometime, but it's no biggie right now. Anywho, what was I talking about? Totally forgot. Oh yeah, so I'm coaching my youngest son's soccer team, and my middle son is starting competitive soccer, which is super cool. Been joking with my girl, Beardsley. Get a job at DZ Comics to use her. Beardsley says he's been messing with his girlfriend who wants to get another job. Talking about going to work for DZ Comics so he can get discounts. It's funny. That Himalayan joint that's right there, by the way, is really good. I don't know if we've talked about that before. But if you are ever down by DZ Comics in Oklahoma City, there is a really killer Himalayan food restaurant. They do like on Saturdays, I think they have a buffet. Totally need to go in there, man. It's good. I will definitely vouch for them. Their naan is legit. You could go in there and just pig out on appetizers and naan, and have a couple Taj Mahal beers and call it a day, man. Maybe get like one dish and a whole gang of appetizers, a bunch of naan. I love their vindaloo. It's so good. It doesn't matter what you get with it. Of course, I like lamb, but you could have it with anything you wanted. Yeah, definitely worth the stop. 110%. If you're there and you're like, man, I'll get a bite to eat. It's better than getting them pizzas out of that place. Their pizzas aren't bad, but that Himalayan restaurant next door is like 10 times better. Probably one of the better restaurants in Moore, if I'm honest. Everything in Moore is kind of the same fare, though. If it's not corporate, it's barbecue or Mexican or diner food. Pretty much Oklahoma. Except for the cities. Tulsa and Oklahoma City have a lot of really neat concepts. But Moore's got that Himalayan restaurant pretty freaking good. A couple decent Chinese food restaurants in there too. Gotta let my hands rest. I'm getting a little numb in my fingers. Been a pretty stressful couple of days trying to get these kids in these schools and in these activities. And now I gotta figure out, I gotta coach soccer. I haven't done that in a while. That's gonna be fun. Okay, so we're gonna think about how we're gonna color her. I really think our best bet is the Winsor Blue. Happy House is my favorite place in Moore. Just that classic crappy building, good food. There you go. I'm pretty sure that this is the blue we want. We'll just have to vary it in different ways. Make sure you're paying special attention to those crevices. They're going to be important later. They're the places that the details are actually going to sit in. And this is our undercoat, so everything from here is going to start lightening up. And being under her dress, we don't want to come all the way up to white with this part, but it'll give us a good chance to look at the different shape. Woo! Golly, it's so tiny. I need to put it on a couple of people I watch and been talking to on painter boards. They use like paper clips and stuff, and I'm like, golly, my fingers can barely hold these little things, and they'll stick things to paper clips. I was thinking maybe you could take like wine corks and stick a piece in there and then stick it on that. Yeah, I definitely, there's not a lot of pics of her feet, honestly. So yeah, I mean, it's not complicated. She's kind of a bluish color, and she has rope feet. We'll add some washes to it to get the rope up to the right color, and then should be good to go. Pretty easy. I'll probably look it up again for the final color. But I know that Naples Yellow is always a great start for rope. Especially because of the way you use washes on it to bring color into it. You don't want white because then it looks more like cord and less like rope. I don't know how to explain that other than saying it that way. But it's real. That's real. Eyes are a little blurry from the allergies today. But we're making it around just fine. It rained for a few days, then it got warm, and now the allergies are back like full force, y'all. Boom, boom. If you have really bad allergies and you plan on visiting the state of Oklahoma, I highly recommend you bring some masks. It gets crazy. I think we get allergies from everywhere here. That's what it feels like. It feels like everything's here because it all gets blown in. Let's see what we can find. Oh God. It's a shame that you can't like ugh. This is why I didn't show this on the screen. I had a bad feeling that if I typed in Ranni's feet, it's gonna be exactly what you think it is because people are disgusting. And none of these are from the video game. Not a single one of them. They were terrible. This is terrible. This is terrible. That one's not too bad. So there's one that's like her legs. But see, like this one doesn't have it look like it does on this picture. I was hoping it wasn't gonna be just. Oh, Quentin Tarantino has been in the chat, guys. Oh, good Lord, man, a cartoon character, y'all. From a video game, like a character. Oh. Faith in humanity has been diminished by 1 point. Again. Some more. And ads. Oh my God. Oh my God. So anyway, none of the pictures I can find of Ranni's feet. Now I've typed in Ranni. I've looked up a bunch of different Ranni pictures, and none of them had feet. And I was like, well, let's take a gamble. Wrong. Bad idea. Bad idea. Oh no. McBeardsley says that Miyazaki, which I think is the lead creator or designer or whatever, has a foot thing based on evidence from the different games and the types of amount of creatures that have bare feet. I mean, probably it's It's fine. You know, it's alright. It. I'm not trying to kink shame anybody. But man, dang it. The internet is rough. Rough, I tell you. It's funny that this particular sculpture doesn't have bare feet. Because it's obvious that it's, judging from what pictures I could find, it's obvious that she doesn't have sandals for feet. It's leaning into the doll look a little bit more by having it like that. Doom, 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 boom. Hit the groove. I love a good groove like that. It's good stuff. Okay, stretching my hands, stretching my hands. All right. We're gonna get out our friend. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's Mars Black. Where is the Umber? Well, I thought I had them all in a stack right there. Oh well, we'll just get the fat one out. That other one's almost empty anyway. Oh, there it is. Just had to stand up. Damn, raw Umber. That's how you can tell when my arthritis is bothering me. When I gotta get the wrench out to open up the container. Anyway, if we need a little more of that, we'll get more out. And it's just really thin glaze of Umber. Mick Beardsley just realized it was quiet in his house because all his siblings are now gone to school. That's funny, bro. Yep, and just make sure it doesn't pool on you. You need to make sure it stays pretty thin. We do this a lot. This is a very common technique. Just a little bit of glazing. Really, most miniature painting is honestly just trying to make the sculpt stand out in a certain way. You know, the person who did the sculpt really did the harder work. I'm just here to make his or her work look beautiful. Or there. I gotta get used to that one. But that's a thing people are saying. It's, you know, I get it. It makes sense to me. It's just I'm old, so it's gonna take me a while to get used to saying the terms right. I work on it though, and at least I have awareness. I also feel like there's a thing called malice, and like I don't know. It's like I try to teach my kids, you know, like, yeah, saying something to your friends is one thing. Y'all can be kind of rude to each other because it's funny and there's no real malice, real intent in it. Y'all are just messing around. But you can't do that to like a random person on the street because they'll take offense because they don't know that you're not being met. You're not injecting malice into the situation. Because most people anticipate malice. Really just trying to control. Yeah, that's definitely. It's so cool that y'all, the younger folks are that way. I like it. I wish I was able to make this transition easier, better. It's hard. It's one of the things where you kind of gotta. Hopefully, as things cool off, some grace can be extended to some older folks that just simply don't. It's hard for them to do it, let alone understand it. Some people can't even understand it, you know. They just simply don't. And then there's a lot of folks out there that get the idea, like me, you know. I get this concept. I support this concept. I like the idea of it. Sounds great to me. But unfortunately, I'm a kind of a product of environment on that one, and then I'm kind of stuck on some things, and sometimes, especially when I'm really tired or I'm not focusing, I revert to shape, you know. I grew up in the fairly homophobic and racist eras of Oklahoma, recent Oklahoma history. Things have gotten a lot better now. I'm just trying to get better at thinking about it, because I feel like if I can think about it, I can go. Oh yeah, I mean, like, if somebody wants to be called something, I'm definitely gonna try. I'm gonna respect it once I know somebody personally. But like, I'm trying to get better in like my basic speaking pattern, where you're saying it in a yeah. It's just easier when you're younger. You can switch that gear. This wasn't even a thing, you know, until you know, I was already in my 30s when that first started becoming like, hey, this is what we're doing now. And it's like, oh man, I like it. And at that time, it wasn't even really, it was just a few people that I knew that were like, oh, okay. And then now it's like becoming a cultural thing. It's like, oh, cool, I like this, and I'm trying to make the shift. I'm trying to make it in the everyday conversation, like here online when I'm talking. I'm trying to get to where I'm using that more neutral they them. I'm trying to turn that corner. It's not the easiest thing in the world for an old guy, but I'm definitely trying. It's a different world, man. You gotta adjust. You just got to. Otherwise, you get left behind. Somebody from Maker wanted to talk to me. I don't know anybody in Maker. Scams. Okay, so now the rest of her dress and stuff I want to do in the Cerulean. I could probably use a bigger brush than this one, honestly. Maybe a little bit more of this too. Yeah, that's what it's the same thing. Like, see, like I grew up in the generation when we were trying to get rid of some of the racist tendencies, and we were slow. Gen X here in Oklahoma, you know, they did good. We did pretty decent. Finally, turning some corners in some places. But this next step is, yeah, it's the same thing. There's a big deal with the effort, and like I said, intent. You know, if you're intentionally calling somebody something, you're like what do they call it? Dead naming. You're doing that kind of crap, man. That's not cool. Like, just let it go. You know, it's not your problem. They're not doing anything to you. But that's always been my mentality, man. If somebody's not doing something to you, why do you care? It's an awful lot of effort to care about something like that. Effort I don't have time for. I got other shit to do. Besides not liking people for no reason. Or being mad at people I don't even know. That's one of the ones I'll never understand. People being mad at things people they don't even know because they have an opinion that's different than theirs. A lot of people are very different opinions than I do. And that's all right. They can have their opinions. That's the beauty of America. We all get to have our own opinion. Shit. I don't know. I think we'll come through this eventually. It feels like we might be about to fizzle out. It's either about to fizzle out or it's going to get a whole lot worse. And I don't really know which one. I'm hoping it's fizzle out. I'm hoping that finally all the vitriol and stuff can calm down and we can get people to chill and just kind of relax a little bit. But I don't know. TV ratings are... TV likes to be salacious, man. So they'll probably find a way to keep it stirred up. Luckily, it seems like the generations behind me, you guys don't rely on the media as much as the boomers and my grandparents' generation. Like, they were all about TV. But hell, I don't watch a lot of TV news. I watch clips from that stuff, but I listen to a lot of podcasts and stuff like that. I'm in an interesting place because I have a lot of governmentally. I have a lot of like conservative views. Like, I don't think the government should be involved in like anything. But I also do not support a lot of, you know, vitriol against other people. I just don't. I don't know. I definitely think like the government should take care of the things that make the country run. Stay out of people's lives. That's just me, maybe. Alright, that's a nice base coat of Cerulean for her dress. Can't really see it on the inside of this thing, but we're going to paint it anyway. Because that's how we roll. Like, I don't even think you could tilt it at an angle and see all the way up inside. It's stress. But whatever. I just... slay the gray, man. Slay the gray. Slay the gray. I don't like gray showing. Unless I painted it gray on purpose. Oh, 50 minutes. Okay. Let's see. Let them do... This should help give us that little bit of glow we want. Because her skin kind of does have a... It's a bluish hue to it, but it's definitely like a lighter blue hue. Oh, we want this darker down here at the bottom, where her legs are, because they're underneath her dress. Well, kimono. It looks like a full-on kimono. But...
And get a free 1-hour Start Smart dog training workshop. With all of these summer savings, you can do more for the pets you love. PetSmart. Anything for pets.
Anything for pets. Really makes me want to buy some music rights, I swear. And we're not really going to see the backs of her legs, but again, I like to have it done. Because you and I know, everybody knows, that watches the show, you know. A really great sculpt there too, that's fun. Ah. It's gonna be a great color, yeah. Yeah. I'm watching too much wrestling. My youngest son loves it. See, in this piece, it really is gone. Like, you won't see it at all. Once it's in there, we just need that little bit of coverage. And then inside piece. It really should go this way first, I think. So that one on first, and then that one. It fits together much better. Yeah, you see, like, it's way back in there, but boy, it looks good now, right? Right. Okay. Yeah, I think a little bit more, maybe a little bit more white on the leg. It's hard to see it on the camera. It doesn't look the same as it does in real life, but you get the idea. It's many blues, lots of blues. Okay, let's do this other one up real quick. That's crazy. They got a lot of details back here you'd never see because it's covered by that. You'd never see it. Yep. More ads. Against someone. Boop. stick out of the way. It'll fall. Yeah. That'll be fun. I'm back. My girlfriend called me to tell me what about the dog walk they went on. Yeah, so we got legs. We're all the way up that. We're gonna come back tomorrow because we're about out of time for today. We're gonna come back tomorrow and we'll do the rest of this dress that goes on, or this part of the kimono. Again, I think it's a kimono. I keep saying dress, but I'm pretty sure it's a kimono. And we'll get this part done, and we'll have the whole bottom done, and we can actually lock everything down at that point, and then we can just start coming up from there, I think. Especially because like a lot of these transitions are just so smooth. Some of them are in the back where you're not going to see them. Yeah, once we get this part on and locked into place, yeah, because you're not going to see this seam. You're really not. I mean, I guess we could clamp it together, add some putty to it if we really feel like we need to, but I don't know that we're going to need to. Because most of the part that's open is down in there, which is like... yeah, it's in the back. I think we can get away with it. I think we can just get it glued together and go, because it's clear in the back of the model. So you'd only see it if you were tilting the whole thing around. But there's that. Super exciting. I'm still messing with the bird. Awesome. Well, we're going to come back tomorrow and we're going to do those things. Let me pull myself back over here. Boom. There we go. I'm getting better at like resetting things so that when I open them back up, they're all the right way. Who'd have thought, right? Anyway, awesome. Thanks for everybody for coming by. It was great to see you, Joanne. Saw you earlier on there. And same to you, Mr. McBeardsley. Always good to see you, sir. And that's going to be it for me today. We'll see if we can't pick up a few more subscribers and get ourselves up to 250, and then we'll go to 500, and from there it should be a pretty easy jump from there to the next hurdle, I hope. Who knows? We'll find out. Anyway, you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to talk to you later. Bye.